Hello, I'm Peter Ungár. I'm the chef of Tasting Counter, a 20-seat tasting menu restaurant here in Somerville, Massachusetts. And today I'm going to do a very nice, elegant, yet simple seasonal dish of squash soup using red curry squash. So I'm going to start with a larger squash. You simply trim off the top and bottom of the squash. I'm going to take a peeler to it. You can see that beautiful color that's right underneath the flesh. All right, nice and peeled up. I'm going to cut it right in half to expose the center. I'm going to scoop out the seeds and all the interior membrane. Of course, these seeds are great for roasting and snacking on. Squash is nicely hollowed out. Now I'm just going to dice it up very roughly. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. I have a pan that is on low heat, slowly warming up, and I'm going to coat the bottom generously with olive oil. Now I'm going to get right into the pan. Season it a little bit. Start with some salt. So for an accompanying item to the soup, I'm going to make a dumpling. This is actually a Hungarian recipe that I've been making for quite some time now, ever since I was little, with making it with my mother, making it with my grandmother. And now, these days, I'm making it with my own children. I have some flour, so I'm putting the salt in there. And then I'm going to put my eggs in and simply just start whisking it up. And right away, I can slowly add some water. You want to season the water like you would any pasta water. And here we have just a few herbs: parsley, African basil, some dill, and these are just herbs that are available to us from a local farm. And I'm going to bundle up all my herbs here. You can see just by bunching it all together, it's already been chopped up fairly well. I'm going to put some right into the batter mix. I want to save some as a garnish and then just mix that right back into it. Now I'm going to cook off these dumplings by simply poaching them very lightly in boiling water. So I put some of the batter onto the board. I have what's called a bench scraper to help with this process. The water level is nice and high in the pot, not because I really need all this water, but I need the level of the water to be pretty close to the top of the pot. And as you can see, I'm scraping down, pushing it into the water. The bench scraper is in the water, then I take it out. It's nice and relatively clean. So nice thin strands. It really takes just a moment for these to cook through. And once you feel that they are basically have some firmness to it, they're not mushy at all, they are cooked. Give it a good shake. So we're gonna let that hang out. So here are my squash that's been cooking down nicely. I mean, it's completely cooked through. This is here foil papillote. These are whole shallots that go into the foil with absolutely nothing else. There's no oil, no water, no seasoning whatsoever. And it's a fantastic flavoring agent. I can simply take some scissors and I clip either end. So here you have the roasted shallot, and I'm going to use this in with the soup and puree it into everything. And so I'm going to put this into our blender top. Simply scoop it right in there. I'm going to put a few of my shallots and then add more as needed after I've tasted it. And so this is going to be pureed with a stock. So here we have bonito broth, and it has a nice, very rich, smoky flavor to it. You could use any liquid whatsoever. You can use water, you can use cream and milk, you can use chicken stock, you can use vegetable stock, but this has a nice rich flavor. So I'm also going to add just a splash of white wine, just to give it some more flavor, give it a little acidity. A couple tablespoons is plenty. The alcohol in the wine will cook out because I'm going to warm it through again once the soup is done. put it through a fine mesh sieve that will help create a nice end product as well. And then I'm going to pour this back into a pot where I'm going to now warm it through. And so we are pretty much ready to plate this. We have our herb dumplings that have been sitting here waiting for us. And then we're going to basically cover it with the soup and hide this little surprise underneath. And I'm going to top it off with what we call soured cream. Plop, right in the middle with some of those herbs that went into the dumplings. Sprinkle it right on top. So here we have our red curry squash soup with herb dumplings, our own soured cream garnish on top with some fresh herbs. That's a wonderful addition to your holiday meal. A nice, simple, easy way to start off the meal or also have a meal on its own.